But Dad, isn't it time for illegal ham in the face? But bro, where's the banjo?
Some Cleveland sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face. Talking all Cleveland sports. And don't forget our Fat Boy Tuesday, where we also ham it up with some fun food topics. Without further ado, let's serve up some ham. Here are the Ham Boys, Fatty, and Big Bry.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Legal Ham to the Face. I am that fat guy, Jared Fatty Bates. I'm here with Big Brian. We are definitely live at the Wooden Nickel. What's going on, big fella?
Nothing. How you guys doing?
Nice little place here. Can we get a little mic check? Can I get a thumbs up if the microphones are working so that we know what we're doing? Sherry is here with us also. She made the trek through the hurricane on the east side coming across. So Sherry is here. So she's joining us. Say hi, Sherry.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. All right. Well, we are here at a wonderful, wonderful little bar called the Wooden Nickel out in Valley City, Bri. And this place is nice,
It is,
man.
right?
It is off the beaten path, but man, the inside is gorgeous. You got big screens everywhere. You got Keno. It probably seats about, what would you say, Bri? About 50, maybe 60?
Yeah, probably at least.
So it's a nice
much
little
bigger
place.
than it looks.
And we we definitely got some. Yep, Justin gave us the thumbs up, so we're good on audio. So we just got through the thunderstorms that rolled through here in Cleveland, and it was as Ollie would say on the Family Guy, it was raining sideways. And so we had that going on, but we got some food ordered for Fat Boy Tuesday here later. I got their hot wings. Bri got their Western burger, and Sherry ended up with.
I made a burger. It's blue cheese and mushrooms.
Nice.
I'm adventurous.
Blue cheese and mushroom burger. That sounds delicious. All right. It does look nice. If you ever get up that way, I'll have to check it out. Mom gave us the thumbs up too. Brian's looking up trivia right now.
All right.
So first off, we want to thank the Wood Nickel for having us here. It's an amazing place. And can't thank them enough for allowing us to come in here and do our show with our shenanigans. We do have people sitting behind us. They start making faces. It's fine because we're kind of used to that with us. So when we started this show, we always wanted to come to places like this, places that are off the beaten path that look amazing. The woodwork and the lighting in here is truly amazing. It looks behind it. There's a construction place behind it.
Right. I did see that.
So you're sitting here and you're like, I didn't know about that. And I'm walking up the ramp, and as soon as I walked in, I'm like, dang, this is like a perfect little dive bar.
It's a barn.
It is.
I mean, it's a barn that they've redone and put fancy seats, tons of TVs, nice bar in it. And I mean, so when you drive past it, it looks like a barn. And that's what I always thought it was. Driving past here tons of times growing up, I'm like, I got to try that place. But I'd say in the last 5 years, for sure, they did some major renovations.
Yeah, because like right now,
awesome.
The whole place is packed. The whole bar is packed.
Yeah.
The tables are packed. We got the table behind
I got the
us.
last parking spot.
We got Pops here, Doctor's here helping
Not
out.
paying attention. It's okay.
That's
Let him do what he needs to do.
He's just zoned out. It's okay. I won't mess with him. But we're here to talk Cleveland sports, and we're here to talk food later. So as we always start out our show, we always start out with some shout outs. First off, got to shout out Raja from Cuyahoga Falls. Roger was amazing.
Right.
Love Roger.
Mm-hmm.
He had some fun with us. We also got to shout out Lake Erie APA and Harold Keel, and also City Dogs Cleveland, because I have a little rumbling. We might have another live and out about show late August before we do our October one.
Okay.
But I haven't confirmed it yet, so I don't want to say it. But
Gotcha.
our big one's coming up October 22nd with the viewing party and everything else for City Dogs Cleveland. So, Brian, you got any shout-outs this week, brother?
I'm failing you. I got no shout-outs.
No shout-outs. Sherry, you got any shout-outs?
Wait, let me think. Give me a second.
There's gotta be some.
Okay. A friend of mine is having a birthday tomorrow.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Nice.
And Dion up in Cleveland is a friend. I'm not sure if he's listening, but hey, Dion.
Okay. Justin just chimed in and said, bad news, Sherry. The ice cream is on hold.
Uh-oh.
He had to put it
We
on
need the
hold.
bourbon ice cream,
I
right?
know. Yeah.
Send it up.
That's all right. We're on hold for right now. We'll get it going. I know. She's sad. All right, Bri. Well, let's get into our show like we normally do. We always start our show out with some trivia, and definitely hold on. Let's go to
Here, give me
the
the
fatty
fatty
fail
fail.
right out of the gate.
Sure.
Fatty fail right out of the gate. Not only were we a minute late, which Justin reminded us of, also it was my turn for trivia, and as I was setting up everything, another fatty fail. I did not do the trivia. So Brian has got our trivia for you, which is brought to you by City Dogs. So let's play some of that trivia, Brian. And I got to get our little trivia ticker as I am trying. Is brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland, and guess what? We're still going to go with, I believe it's jalapeno from last week. With this little peanut still needs adopted, and where is his pictures? Brian, did I lose his pic? No, there they are.
No.
How can I
Got
lose this face? Look at this face. There is jalapeno. They are having a huge meet and greet. It's called Meet the Fosters on, I believe it is the 31st.
Oh my God, my Wi-Fi.
I like that.
All right. Sherry is probably bouncing out, but she is still part of the show. You can hear her
Yeah.
on the microphone.
That's
still.
fine. You don't need to see me. It's okay.
So we're switching off that way. So if you please get a hold of City Dogs, adopt jalapeno, and we will get him out of there. All right, Bri, I am ready for our trivia this week.
All right, here we go. As you can imagine, it's football time. So I got the combined records of every team for the last 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, the Browns aren't that bad because, 2020 was a God-sent season. So they are 26-24. They are 8th in the AFC. Give me the worst record in the AFC over the last 3 years.
Worst record in the AFC over the last 3
it's
years.
Kansas City, Buffalo at the top. But give me the worst.
The worst. All right. We will get that going for our trivia here. And Sherry is back now. And she has the microphone on. And I muted it, but that's
Thank
all right.
you.
I got
Thank
you. I got you. Is that better?
Yeah, way better.
All right. Well, let's get into our show. We do have some Cleveland headlines to go. Yes, we are definitely going to shout out that one. Let's get our Cleveland headlines with the baseline going. And boom. Yeah, I got one in so I can make sure that we're doing all right.
Gotcha.
So, Guardians won today, 8-3, I believe it was. So that's your answer.
Okay.
Right there, Brad.
Okay, good.
All right, so that's one of them. The other one, we do have to give a Bronny James, LeBron Jr.'s son, ended up collapsing.
Don't look at my face when you're talking
I can't
about
help
this.
it. I'm just here. He ended up collapsing at a USC practice. Thank God it was there. Went into cardiac arrest. They brought him back out of it. He
We
is
actually
stable
have
now.
an expert here on cardiovascular.
There you go.
See, that's
He's
why we're bringing
scared,
the
though.
Cypress.
You're
Oh,
just going to have to let me explain if I know what I'm talking about.
Go right ahead.
I don't know. What were the details? What came out? Was
I
it?
don't
Not
know.
much. That was bizarre. It was bizarre to me
Yeah.
that we didn't hear.
No
it happened
details.
on Monday. We didn't
Right.
even hear about it till Tuesday.
Right, because of night shift life and vampire life. I heard about it real time, so I
Right.
was having a heart attack in real time with his mother because probably the same age as his mother. And I need to know, was it caffeine induced? Is there genetic predisposition? Do we know? Are there family members with cardiomyopathy? That's a big thing. I know that they have the resources to get him a sports physical to where they could potentially find a cardiomyopathy, but sometimes they don't develop until maybe a little bit later, because he's still a kid in my eyes.
Yeah,
That's a
sure.
child.
Oh yeah, 18, 19 years old.
Sometimes it doesn't develop until later, so you don't know unless you get a sports physical maybe like every year. Is that necessary if your first sports physical is okay? Would you go every year?
No.
Maybe not. Right. So it's
Sure.
up to the parents, it's up to the kid. What does he feel? What is he sharing with his parents? What is he not sharing with his parents? That's just, kids are scared to talk to their parents, especially a basketball kid in a legacy family. Like, I don't want to upset my dad. But you shouldn't be don't be scared of that, because your dad loves you more than anything on this earth. So talk to your dad if you don't feel good. So I need details.
Yeah,
I
we
need
really
details.
don't have them, though. So
Unfortunately.
No,
they're
And
keeping it kind of
let them deal with this, because this is a big deal.
Yes.
And everybody thinks I'm kidding, but I do know the best cardiac surgeon in the world.
Yeah.
And a doctor over there could confirm that, but he
Oh,
doesn't
I thought it was him.
No, he's the other kind of doctor, the smart kind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland
Yeah.
has the best cardiologist in the world.
Yeah,
Well,
which is
we
unbelievable.
use Rainbow used to. It's a long story that we can't put on here. So
that's not going to detail.
you don't want to get canceled.
Well, and just thankfully, it happened
Thankfully, you know
as
me.
he was on the campus of USC, where he could
Thank
get some
goodness.
help.
Yeah,
He wasn't working
yeah.
out at home, or he wasn't at a friend's house playing basketball, playing a pickup game or something. He was at a place where they could tend to him immediately.
Yes.
Right.
And so that's the true miracle in this, because, gosh, it's just, it's very scary that just all of a sudden somebody in peak physical condition
Well,
can
that's just
drop
it.
like that.
That's what we were studying in the lab. There's no indication other than family history and that recent sports physical. So that's why these little
Sure.
kids do drop dead, because parents don't think it's going to happen. Get your kid a sports physical every year. Is
Sure.
it that expensive?
Absolutely.
Does your insurance cover it?
Yeah, but I remember the sports physicals as my kid. It was like, it was the whole turn your head.
No. They hook them up to EKGs now. They'll watch.
Okay.
It's
It's like back in the day, it was like pee in the cup.
No.
Oh, yeah, do a couple
They're gonna
Do
do
a
a
couple jumping jacks, you're good.
Yeah,
and like,
right.
all right, rub
In
some dirt in,
fact-
get out of here.
In fact, if I were a parent, I would insist on having a cardiac workup on my kid. I want
Absolutely.
enzymes. I want to see the EKG. I want to see everything to make sure it's kosher. So
Sure.
that would be me. That
That's-
should be
I-
you. That should be. Do you have children?
Nope.
Okay, that should be you.
There you go.
Yeah, my kids are nerds.
Yeah.
My kids are in band. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Okay.
If they look at me like, Dad, I really want to play a sport, then I'll be like, all right, we
Okay.
gotta have a talk.
Okay.
But
All
right now they're like, Dad, I love algebra and chess, and I'm like, yay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But I love it. I love playing chess
Stick
with
with
them.
the nerd stuff.
Yeah,
It's
I'm all right
safe.
with that.
It's physically safer.
Well, the crazy thing to me was this happened a year ago to another one of his USC teammates.
Well, that is typical.
and
yeah,
we didn't
that
hear
is-
anything about
that
it.
is
I mean,
typical.
but,
Our,
spread awareness.
the
about
big
this stuff.
boss, when he lived here, his daughter actually ran track with Bronny. So she knew Bronny.
Yeah.
And at the time, he was fine. So
Sure.
it's just something that could develop later on. We don't know when cardiomyopathy, it depends. It all depends. If it
Yeah.
happens, if you're predisposed for it and you have the genes for it and it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But on its own time. It's not on sports time. It's not on, expectation time. It's
Yeah.
going to do what it wants to do.
Yep.
Well,
Biology. That's basic bio 101.
we're sending out prayers to Bronny
Sure.
and the family and everything.
Absolutely.
That's something you really don't want to go through as a parent.
Right.
The other news that we got going on right now is also some more, not horrible, sad news like that, but sad news. Shane Bieber got put on the 60-day injured list. They shut him down. He will not be back until September. That means we will not be trading him. He will be part of this team. They expect him back late September. So as of right now, they're saying it's a shoulder thing. They're just going to shut him down, let him heal, and come back. Also, Tristan McKenzie, we still don't know what's going on with that one. So the Guardians have lost their top two aces right now and trying to piece together a team to make a run. And as of right now, the run has been kind of up and down, Bri. And, it's going to happen with this team. It's sad that this had to happen this way, because pretty much Tito's been managing with his hands behind his back with the flux of pitchers up and down that were injured so far all year. And now, having to do bullpen days and tax in the bullpen. It's going to be interesting to see. I believe they got 61 games left. So it'll be exciting to see how they finish up, Bri.
Mm-hmm.
But trade deadline will be next week, and we'll see what they do, because rumblings are they might try to get a bat, but they might not. So
at this point, you could use a pitcher too, because of all these injuries, and the bats are finally starting to come along and almost carry the team more than the pitching is. But yeah, if you want to win a division, you need both phases working together, and unfortunately, it just hasn't happened for the Guardians yet. But yeah, I think if you get guys starting to hit a little bit better, you can start making a run. I think they're 500 right now.
Yeah.
So the Twins are making a bit of a run, like the Guardians were a couple weeks ago. So I'm not too worried about them. I think both of us are about 500 baseball teams, and it's just going to come down to the last couple weeks in September. We're going to keep battling back and forth. We'll feel good one week, then they'll feel good another week. We'll get a couple-game lead. But, like I said a couple weeks ago, I don't think you're in a position to where you can mortgage the future or go all in for this year. And with Bieber being down, I mean, that was your main trade piece. So you just kind of have to stand pat, maybe make a couple small moves just to get some arms in here. I know they're still hesitant to bring guys up as quickly as the fans want them to, but up until that point, you just need bodies. You just need somebody to pitch, somebody to give you innings. And, we had a game a couple weeks ago or last week that we almost ran out of pitchers when it went to extra innings against the Phillies.
It was over the weekend. And I started laughing because it was like, and plus, our favorite person, Miles Straw, was up to bat with the game on the line, of course.
Always.
Because it always seems that way. How does it always seem that way that guy is the one that's up to bat? And I'm saying, it was Sunday because I was at Mr. B's, and I looked up and I saw that he was up to bat. I'm like, well, we lost this game. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and there's a ground ball. And and everybody just looked at me. And I'm like, I hate to say it, but I mean, that's kind of what it is. Pops, what'd you get? Pop's got some wings over there. I'm sorry, I went Fat Boy.
Garlic.
They look good.
Oh,
Ooh, they smell
man.
good. Can you smell them? They smell really good. Oh,
okay.
man.
I can't wait for the wings to come out here later. Oh, yeah. those
Oh,
look
that's nice.
amazing.
Ooh, look, there's a Mustang on TV,
He's
you
just
guys,
walking
behind
it
you.
over at us. Thanks. All right. So, but the other news that we got coming out now also is Browns are back, baby. Training camp has started down in West by God, Virginia, down to Greenbrier. They're just doing walkthroughs right now, Bri, but everybody has been talking. The talk has been running backs, Bri. It has been all about how underutilized, underpaid, all this stuff is going on with running backs. They had a Zoom call with all the top running backs getting on the Zoom call. And what really got to me was the Saquon Barkley signing. He held out, didn't want to go into franchise tag for what was it, $10 million?
10.1 or 10.2.
But yet he ended up signing a 1-year contract for 10.9 or 11.1 or whatever it was.
Right.
So it's like you're holding out for just that little bit more. Like,
Why not pay the man? Why not?
It is a dying breed right now. I even put out a poll, like, as right now as it is, would you send your kid, if he's playing football, would you want him playing running back right now? Knowing where I'm at. Now, I know it's going to take, my kid's not making it to the NFL. I get that, okay? But if you had a kid that was a top athlete right now and they wanted him to play running back, would you let him play running back, right?
Probably not, but more for just the fact that they get so beat up. I mean, you get 6-7 years and then you're the backside of your career. So you just take a beating as a running back,
And I
regardless
am
of what level you play
a
at.
Nick Chubb fanatic.
Oh, we
I
all
love
are.
him so much. Pay Nick Chubb. Pay Nick Chubb big money. He's a unicorn. Use Nick Chubb.
But the thing is, though, is that's the thing. Like, even if you're a unicorn, that, at the point in time, like, he can. I get what you're saying, and that's like the biggest thing is because right now you can go draft a guy in the first round. You got control over him for like 6 or 7 years because of the franchise tag. So you got the 5th-year option plus the franchise tag, everything else. So if you're down in later rounds like Kansas City did with the one pick, and just, hey, right there, 32, we're drafting you. We got you for 5 years, no matter what happens. Because the shelf life for running backs only, 6 years, I think it is?
Yeah, right.
And then it's shown that these guys can come in and help you produce as rookies. And it's like, okay, now that they're seeing this trend, I think that the high paid running back is just, it's going by the wayside, Brian. They even threw up the the average salary of all the running backs is less than kickers in the NFL.
It's getting close. Yeah, unbelievably.
That's why I wish I was in charge. It'd be a little different.
Well, it's a copycat league, and we've said that for years now. And if you look at the Super Bowl champions of the past 5, 6, 7 years, you look at their running back room, there's no stars. There's no Derrick Henrys. There's no Nick Chubbs. There's no Saquon Barkleys or Christian McCaffreys. So, these other teams are looking, okay, why do I need to pay a running back? I'll just get these guys that are good enough that I don't have to pay a ton of money to. And as long as my quarterback is good, then we're good to go. So all that money that's going to the quarterback, you have to take from somewhere, and they're taking it from the running back room. But I think actually this might benefit the Browns as far as Nick Chubb goes, because Chubb's seen the value of the running backs drop. So he's realistic now. He's not saying, I think he's making like $12 million a year or something now. He's not saying, okay, now next contract I want to get 14 or 15 million. No, he's seen these other guys struggle to make 10 or 11. So he might say, okay, I just want to stay in Cleveland, and the Browns can maybe sign him for 2-3 years for $10 million, which for Nick Chubb, and finally he's starting to get his respect a little bit. I don't know if you saw the Madden rankings.
He is the number one running back.
But there's other lists and stuff, too, that are putting him number one finally, which as Browns fans, we've known he's been number one for a while. Just because they don't throw him the ball doesn't mean that he's any less effective than a Kamara or a McCaffrey. But yeah, so he's maybe starting to come to terms that, okay, I am on the backside of my career. And, the money for the running backs is drying up. And so I need to just take what they can offer me. And I think Andrew Berry is maybe, more level-headed than some GMs. I think he buys into, okay, this is a team. These are the leaders of our team. Nick Chubb is definitely a leader of our team, especially with the Jim Brown stuff going on over the last 6 months and paying tribute to him. They want Nick Chubb to be a legend of the Cleveland Browns. They don't want him to go somewhere else. So he's somebody that hopefully we can build a statue for someday. So if all it takes is a couple more $1 million to keep him here, $8-10 million maybe, keep him here till he's 31, 32, I think it's worth it, and hopefully they think so too.
Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to bring up, Bri, is now that you brought that up, I threw out another question. It was a poll question that said, will Nick Chubb retire as a Cleveland Brown? Because I think that's where we're kind of at now with where he is at, because he's got a year left in this contract. If they re-sign him, then he might stay. He might retire as a Cleveland Brown. Now, it all depends on when he wants to retire. I mean, he might do the early route like a couple of the running backs have with Barry Sanders and all those, and kind of do it. Right. I mean, just look at Jim Brown just going out that early after a few years of being the top guy. But, it might not be. So do you think that he will be a Cleveland Brown for the rest of his career and retire as a Cleveland Brown?
I mean, Sherry, yes.
I have 2 cents that nobody wants.
What?
In my opinion, Nick Chubb is a Cleveland Brown.
Well, yes.
He's not going to leave.
Okay, I get that, but
I don't think he's going to chase. Do you think he's going to chase the money? I think Andrew Berry is smart. Andrew Berry is very smart.
I don't think it's chasing money, but it also, like you said, the Browns respect Nick Chubb. They know what he is here.
Sure.
But it's also, what will Nick Chubb do? That's the thing.
Right.
Will Nick Chubb be the kind of guy or the kind of player to take a back seat and be like, all right, I'll take $9 million instead of 10.
I do.
but I want to stay here.
I have faith in.
Or
I
does
have
he
faith
go like
in-
this? Or depending on how the team does, or does he go ring chasing? I want to win a Super Bowl. Do I want to go play for this team? That's happened before too.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I relate to Nick Chubb because I'm quiet, and I feel like maybe he's like me, and maybe he's sentimental. Maybe he's gonna take a back seat. He has a good head on his shoulders, and he's not gonna be somebody who wants the glory despite his ability.
Yeah.
So I think if they're stupid, no offense, Browns, I love you, but if they're stupid and they don't use Nick Chubb, that's on them.
Yeah.
But use Nick Chubb. He is a unicorn for his age and his talent. Use Nick Chubb and let Nick Chubb play. I know we have younger guys,
Yeah,
but we got Nick freaking Chubb.
yeah.
So
I think that's the other thing, getting Kareem Hunt out of here too, Brian. What do you think?
Yeah. If Nick Chubb's going to be here for his entire career, there's going to have to come a time to where he has to split 50-50, unless he is like a Jim Brown or a Barry Sanders, where he, cuts it off in the prime of his career. But yeah, just, we saw the videos of him squatting 600-700 pounds or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
The
nuts.
bar basically
unicorn.
touching the
That's
ground.
unicorn stuff right
Yeah,
there.
so I have to believe that he's got 3-4 good years left in him.
Nick
God
Chubb has
forbid, knock on
longevity.
wood.
Let's knock on
Yeah.
the table.
Right. And it's me being a homer too.
Yeah. Well,
But,
Well, all of us are.
But if he's looking at it as a practical human being and he says, I enjoy it in Cleveland, I enjoy my teammates, I enjoy this organization, I don't want to shake it up and move somewhere else. I've made $40-50 million, which is plenty for me and my family to live off for several lifetimes. Let me just be happy here and end my career here. And so he could do that, or if the outside noise starts to get to him and he says, I see this guy making 20 million and I'm only making 10, or I see this guy making 25 and I'm only making 12, maybe that creeps him, but I don't think that's who Nick Chubb is.
Yeah, Nick Chubb is a unicorn.
Right. Yeah, we're blessed to have him. I mean,
Yeah.
whether it's for 1 year or 3 years.
You see Justin's comment, 42 years of being a Browns fan, lost all faith they'll do the smart thing.
That's valid. That's valid.
I mean, and I think that's what it is too, Justin. I think it'll come down to getting a Super Bowl. His best chance of getting a Super Bowl, because I think he might want one. Now, Joe Thomas wasn't that way.
No.
But Joe Thomas was very comfortable in what he was here. He loved it here. He was a community here. So does Nick Chubb. I'm not saying he isn't.
He
but-
was a Pegasus.
Yeah, but but there was talks that he wanted, they were talking about trading Joe Thomas for the longest time
Right.
to get him out of
Well,
here
that's dumb.
with Peyton Manning
Right.
in Denver. Remember those all rumors? But he just came in and said, no, I want to be a Cleveland Brown.
See, because he has sense.
Well, yeah, but I mean, not most people, it's hard to have some kind of sense.
I know. I understand that.
Well,
I am not money hungry either.
And also, there's no guarantee with the way the running back market is now. There's no guarantee that there's another team out there that's going to blow him away with an offer. There's not another team out there that's going to offer him $15 million.
Yeah.
So if the Browns offer him 10 and another team offers him 11 or 12, is that going to be enough for him to jump ship?
Yeah.
That's something I can't answer.
The other thing that has happened with the Cleveland Browns at training camp is we have a little bit of an injury bug going on. Amari Cooper is nicked up. They kept him out. I love it when they say nicked up and they won't tell you what it is, especially after he had surgery for his core last year, which is not good. So I'm wondering if that's what it is. Also, we have got some David Bell news. They got Ward playing a slot now. David Bell's been actually doing really good at camp. from what
Really?
a lot of people were saying.
Okay.
So, but then also there's been sprinkles and rumors that Elijah Moore might be our third down back. They've been using him in the backfield along with, Debo Samuel. I mean, that's the only thing I got to say. Whatever you got to do to
about
win.
that. No.
So with everything that's going on with the everything down in West Virginia, Brian. We're getting ready to have our game coming up. Our first
Golly.
game coming up
Right.
next week, next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
8 p.m. Hall of Fame game. You know, everybody's pumped. We're back to football, Brian. What is one group that you're looking at really hard during training camp?
For me, it's still got. I'm in between, and it has to do with the defense, and it has to do with stopping the run on the defense. And with Perion Winfrey being gone now, you look at
We can't talk about Perion in my presence.
I just mentioned his name, and now I'm
You
moving
know
off
my
it.
feelings on Perion.
You can share your feelings right
I love him so much. Don't give me faces like that. We don't know all the facts yet,
now.
boys.
Right?
We do not know facts.
And that's what I had a problem
know
with
opinions.
a little bit, right? Because the story broke, and like in our society now, you're
Let me-
guilty until proven innocent.
Exactly. Let me tell
So
you,
we don't
I
know what
met
really
I
happened.
met Perion Winfrey, his
But-
rookie training camp.
But this is the second incident that he's had in like 3 months with a gun.
No. How do you know I don't have a gun? How do you know I don't? You don't
Good.
know.
Do I gotta have Pops pat you down?
You don't know that I don't have a
I'll
gun.
get Pops pat you down.
Pops doesn't know that I don't have a gun.
He'll find out.
Well, right. So, exactly. He doesn't care if I have. Yeah, see, if I'm threatened being a person of short stature and someone's coming at me, I have enough sense, which Perion is a giant man-child. He does not have enough sense yet. We don't know what his background is. We
Sure.
don't know what he's endured. We have to use our point of reference on this giant man-child. He's not a bad guy. We don't know. He's scared. This woman who allegedly is somebody who caused trouble before with our beloved Baker Mayfield and someone else who I can't remember. The
Oh, you
same
didn't know that,
woman.
did you?
It's
I
the
did not
same
know that.
woman.
We're getting inside
See, 'cause
information
you guys
right
are
here.
too far removed from
Yep,
Cleveland
we live
itself.
down in
I'm-
Podunk,
yeah,
Medina.
I'm up in Cleveland, so I'm getting the tea when it's fresh. I have some sources. Anyway, exactly. Because when I'm going down and I got lost in East Cleveland, hand to God, was I terrified? Not really, because I drive fast. I knew there weren't going to be any cops because it's East Cleveland and there are no cops in East Cleveland. It was after dark. So I'm like, I got to move this Mustang to the best of my ability and not kill any child crossing the road. Thankfully, there were no children. So I'm trying to remember which road gets back to my house, which is on the east side. The east side is not dangerous. The east side of Cleveland is not East Cleveland. The east side of Cleveland is near East Cleveland. It's just semantics, and you have to know how to read, and you have to know how.
I should be taking notes. I
Take
feel
She
notes.
acts like
Yeah,
we hate
right.
the East Side. Like we worked
Yeah,
on the East Side.
I know
for
you
years.
guys. I know you guys know the East Side. I'm talking about the people who don't know the East Side. Okay, I live in South Euclid. You hear South Euclid? They're like, "Oh, it might be rough." I don't know. Turn down my street. I'm pulling you into my house. I'm giving you cookies and milk. You turn down the wrong
Sounds nice.
street that connects to East Cleveland, you're getting shot. So you have to know where you are at all times. People don't know that. If they're new to the area, they don't do research because people don't like to read, especially young kids like Perion Winfrey. And he's cool. He's a football player. He's going to carry a gun. He gets mixed up. He's in the wrong neighborhood.
Sure.
This chick who has caused trouble before with our team, she's a repeat offender. She is looking for clout. She is looking to get in with the football boys. They don't like her because they know she's a nut job. Stupid Taylor Swift is freaking distracting me.
Taylor Swift. Yeah, it's
Oh,
me.
man.
It's I.
Oh
It's Jared.
yeah,
So
this is great. I didn't know we get this inside information
I know.
about this
that's because
woman.
I live close to the city and I talk to everybody. I have friends everywhere. I talk to everybody. It's
While you're on
like
the show.
doctor says, "Shut up, stop talking to people." I'm like, "No, you shut up. I'm talking to people." And so we're talking, we're spilling tea. I'm getting inside information from people who are close to the source, who hang out in the same places as the players. because neighborhoods,
Yeah.
people of a feather flock together.
Sure.
So
So he's
this
innocent.
girl was
There's
starting-
no guarantee. Well, now, I'm not saying he's innocent. But for it to happen one day and then 24 hours later,
Right.
he's gone. Right.
See Pop's nose.
I know.
Right. 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 Right.
Yeah.
Right. So Perion is just listening to what the other players are telling him. I don't know what they know. I don't know what their background are. They say you go down this street, you might need a gun, carry a gun. So, okay, I'd carry a gun going down that street at night because I have no upper body strength. I would
Getting the
carry
breakdown.
I would carry a Glock with me. I could probably use a Glock, probably. But my friends, all my friends know I have this Glock and they're not going to start shit with me. So Perion doesn't know.
Hear that?
He doesn't know. He's a new kid.
I was
I
gonna.
am disappointed
more.
in the Browns that they would so quickly.
Right.
They-
I understand. It's a business.
It's a PR
It's a
thing.
business. It's a
Right.
bullshit
Yeah.
business.
PR nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Some
No.
of the veterans should have been like, "Hey, don't go
Well,
down."
hold
Well,
on.
that's why they need
They just
Hold on.
me.
couldn't-
Hold on,
they
the veterans-
buckled under the
Yeah,
pressure.
the-
of
There
the
are no
PR
veterans.
pressure.
Well, no, the veterans have talked to him. This was like a big thing last year was his maturity
Sure.
because he was a healthy scratch for like
Right,
4 games.
Right,
Right.
because he's
Because
being
of
a
his
kid. Because he's
I'm not-
being
I-
a dumb
and I
kid.
understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But the leadership on that team, Miles Garrett talked
Okay.
with him. All these
Miles
guys have
talked to
talked
him.
to him
Okay,
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, dude, you can't
don't
do
go
this.
to this. Yeah,
You just can't
okay.
do this. You got to like straighten up a little
See,
bit."
he, like I said, he's a child. Children are immature.
Why did it?
Your brain doesn't fully develop until you're in your late 20s. So he's a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a kid. So I don't know. I have my Perion is a good guy, and I'm
right.
angry as someone like Big Bry is a homer that we would just throw.
Well, and let's be realistic that he was here for a year. They gave him chance after chance after chance after chance, and he kept making mistakes. I wouldn't say completely screwing up, but making small mistakes. And if you look at it as a normal job, you know,
right.
people get fired much quicker
I
than
get
1
it.
year.
Yeah,
so,
you should ask the doctor
and
about.
if he was a superstar, if when he was on the field he was tremendous, he'd probably still be here.
No,
but,
I get
he's
it.
not.
So I am a Perion Winfrey stan. I will fight for Perion Winfrey, the human being. And I am disappointed that he's no longer on the team for
Well,
various reasons.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
going to happen. I mean,
Just hope he can get his
we're-
life together.
Yeah.
and
That's
that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's just make sure that you come out on this other side better than you did the
Yeah.
first time.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest thing that
But
you
we
have to
need
take away in
all
life.
the facts before we could talk about anything.
Well, I get that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
right.
We don't
As a
know what
kid
his
growing up, I
home
get it.
situation was. We don't know if it was a
For
single
those
mom
of you
or a
not
single
hearing, our
dad.
other Browns correspondent, Matthew Brown, over here in the corner, as he's eating chicken wings, which I'm so jealous of right now because I am starving. We'll get into those later. But so defensive tackle is
Defensive tackle and linebacker, I would say, just
Okay.
because stopping the run was such a huge issue for us last year. And I feel like, okay, we got Dalvin Tomlinson and we got Ika, who's, you don't know what you have with him. And we got Walker back.
yeah.
So those are all, you can be hopeful about that stuff. But other than Tomlinson, you don't have a proven person that can help your run defense. So that would be the one position that I'm maybe I have to see before I'm fully going to buy into it. Like wide receivers are still improving, don't get me wrong, but I still feel like we got enough guys to where even if one goes down, hopefully it's not Cooper, but if one goes down, we got enough depth to where they can step up, and the quarterback's a lot better. Look at the elite quarterbacks in the league. They make any wide receiving core look pretty good.
Yeah, my biggest one is the backup running back because I guess now they have put back. Why am I Dimitri Felton
Okay.
back in the running back room now. So he is
Sure.
back in the back running room,
Sure.
along with him and Jerome Ford. Another one I really want to keep my eye on to see what happened in the secondary. Like with the news that came out, they put Ward in the slot. You know, Ward's normally been an outside guy.
Well, put him in there.
And you know, that's fine. But I mean, just watching, you know, with these guys, with Newsome and the rumblings with Newsome last year that he wasn't happy and all this crap that's going on, and with, you know, especially our safeties that did not come out to par, especially with Juan Thornhill coming now to, you know, take over the big, strong spot. You know, it's going to be a fun training camp. I think next week, Bri, do you want to do our way too early 53-man roster?
Sure. Yeah, I
We can
feel
do
like
that next
yeah,
week.
right. I feel like I could name off the top of my head 50 of the 53 right now, just
Yeah, pretty
because
much.
they're all names that we know, and that's what you know. I'm getting so excited. I get too amped up
I
sometimes in
can tell
preseason.
right now, Bry's so amped.
Hey, this is Bri, like the draft.
Oh, this-
Downhill,
this-
and he gets a little sad, and then all of a sudden training camp starts and he starts to hear news again, and here comes Bri. It's like a kid in a candy store just getting the one piece of candy that he likes and just goes,
He's so
"Yeah."
excited. Look
come
at him.
9
Look at the
games
enthusiasm.
or 9 days from now, when we actually play a game, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to plan my whole day, maybe my whole week around watching this game, and I'm going to watch it,
Are
and
we
I'm going to
gonna-
know we can absolutely,
Thursday?
but we're going to watch it,
Yeah.
and we're not going to know anybody.
That's fine.
Because nobody of those 50 guys that I said I could name,
Hey,
maybe
it's all
3
right.
of them
It's
might
football.
play.
Still football.
I
Gotta
know,
watch it.
right?
And it's the Hall
Dorian
of Fame
Thompson
game.
Robinson, we can watch.
Hey,
We
it's-
could make
it's-
flashcards.
I don't think Dobson.
flashcards?
Let's see here. DeJuan Jones will be there, right? He'll be playing a little bit.
Yeah,
We'll find
hopefully,
We'll-
I mean, draft picks. I don't even know Whippler. I'd like to see Luke Whippler playing.
We'll see what
Sounds
happens.
like he could be our backup center now. So I'll take that if I can see that.
What are we
Who
going to do
are
with
they
Nick
gonna
Harris? Are we
play?
getting rid of Nick Harris?
Sounds like, I mean, cheaper option than Whippler, younger option than Whippler.
Are they going to play Nick Chubb, you think? Or are they
Unless he's
scared?
bad, no way.
No,
Not
Nick
now,
Chubb's not
not
playing.
next
No,
week,
no,
no
no.
way.
Nick Chubb's
Yeah.
not playing until at least the third game.
And I'm fine
Fine.
with that. He's the one guy that I,
I know.
don't need to
Let's
see.
protect the unicorn.
Right,
I get it.
he's-
I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
like,
he's
Bubble
number
wrap
one
him,
in the
bubble
league.
wrap him.
Like you're not going to see.
He doesn't have to get
and
better.
If you do
I just want to
him,
see him on the sideline.
And if you do see him, he's probably not running the ball. It's probably like a screen pass.
I just want to see him waving hi to everybody. That's what I want.
Yeah, there's certain guys like Miles Garrett. Nope.
I just want to
Deshaun-
say hi
hey,
to Miles
but the
Garrett.
thing
That's
is-
all. I just want to see him sitting in his seat.
The thing is, though, is like you say that, but you know, everybody's like, "Oh, we're protecting him from getting hurt," but people have been getting hurt in the first game, anyways. So I'm still kind of like on the boat of like, well, if you're going to get hurt, it's hey, God's got the plan, buddy. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah.
If I'm getting hurt in preseason, or I'm getting hurt in halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
no avoiding it. Like it's going to happen.
Well, one thing we didn't talk, and it's when you were talking about scary news, I thought you were going to bring up Marquise Goodwin because
With the blood clots.
with the blood
Yes.
clots,
Oh,
right?
I know somebody else with blood clots. Who's
Hopefully,
sitting at that table over there.
I mean, is it possible that he could play
It's
this
healed.
You
year?
shouldn't, because if he's
shouldn't?
on blood thinners, you shouldn't be playing football
Right.
at all, ever.
Right.
You should
Well,
retire.
that's why they got him sitting out.
Yeah.
He's not
That
back with the
sucks.
team.
It
Does-
depends on what's causing. Do we know what's causing the blood clots? Is it genetic?
Now, did you see?
Unprovoked.
Did
Did you
you
hear
s-
the word unprovoked blood clots?
I didn't know.
Unprovoked, he's going to have to be on blood thinners the rest of his life, and he shouldn't be playing football.
Yeah, right.
So
Well,
I
it
would-
is end careers. Look at Chris
It's career
Bosh.
ending, yeah. Just
Yeah.
medical standpoint,
Bosh
it's too
never played again.
dangerous. Those meds, a lot of the new ones don't have reversal agents yet because they're too new, so he could bleed to death. If he
Sure.
gets hurt and he's on a blood thinner and he's
Sure.
on the field and he gets a little scratch, he'll bleed to death because they won't be able to stop it. If he's on a new blood thinner, if he's on an old blood thinner, there's ways.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Everybody's different. What works for some people doesn't work for other people. So
Oh, I get that.
it's too risky, in my opinion.
Right.
Unless he's on the old ass Coumadin. If he's on Coumadin, he could
See,
probably
We're learning
play.
shit, right?
I remember.
If he's
Koeman.
on Coumadin, he could play because that's managed. That's been around forever. But I know he doesn't want to tell us, which is fine because I don't really want to know because I'll stay up at night and worry about him.
Sure.
If he's on Xarelto, if he's on Eliquis, those are newer.
All these commercials that I've seen over the last
Exactly.
6 months. Like,
It's-
yeah, Eliquis. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that? Xarelto.
Especially
Yeah.
Yeah.
NFL
Uh-huh.
Live,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
it is.
Well, if you have good health insurance and can afford one of these newer drugs, they're much more effective. It just depends. What risk are you willing to take?
Sure.
If you're unprovoked blood clots and you're on Xarelto, like somebody I know at that other table, the reversal agents, I'm not sure if they're on the market yet, because we can only in research move as fast as the money we get, and the funding we get, and who has the money. Big biotech. What is biotech throwing the money into?
Well, I know.
COVID, which doesn't exist anymore, but there goes all of
Don't
our
go
blood
down
and
that
money.
avenue.
We are not going down that rabbit hole. You put the
You
lid
just
back
drink
on-
your Bud Light over there,
Put-
and
yeah,
No, it's Miller Lite. How dare you?
put the lid back on
Another
that.
one we don't
We're
wanna
not
talk
opening
about.
I
that
know too
can of
many
worms.
things about things. Make me sit in the corner.
Put the lid on it.
Okay.
We're not doing this.
Okay.
We're live
okay.
on Twitter. You know how Twitter is. Put the lid on that thing.
Okay, I'm just a little angry. That's all. I have beef with organizations.
Dude.
It's valid beef.
you could let her
anyway.
filibuster for another minute.
Hold
So
on.
I can
Yeah.
use
You
the
know what the great
bathroom.
thing is? I still can do this. I'm like, all right, so we're back to she has gone down the wrong. There it is, and bring it right back.
Did you mute me?
No, I just kicked you out of the show. I took your camera out.
That's better. That's better. I like it. She's still going. You know I'm going. I'm passionate, man. I'm a passionate person.
I know.
I
but
know
you,
shit.
You can't say that kind of
Okay.
stuff. I know you're
Okay, I'll
passionate
behave.
about it. So,
Hey, man, have a seat.
well,
I
yeah,
won't
you
say
just-
anything bad, Jared.
All right, because you better keep that under wraps.
I
Um,
am.
The waitress game. Our food will be out here in a little bit.
Mhm.
Is there one thing you want to hit on before our food gets out here and we get into Fat Boy Wednesday? Feels weird saying Fat Boy Wednesday.
I don't know what day it is, so remind me.
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
We're
it is Wednesday, right?
Okay.
Yeah. No, I've just been hearing good things. I mean, it's early in the preseason. It's early in the training camp, so it's hard to take too much from this. I still will, though.
Yeah.
I heard Newsom just gushing over Elijah Moore today and saying he's one of the best in the league. And so that got me excited because I think he can be a lot better than what a lot of people think he is, like a second-round pick that we traded for him. And the Jets gave up on him, so why'd they give up on him? And so people have wrote him off. But, if Cooper is down for significant time, which I don't think he is. I think what we said, a tweak.
Yeah,
A
they say
tweak
it's a
of
tweak,
some
but they won't
muscle.
tell us what it is.
I think he'll be fine. Let's not forget, we still have 6 weeks,
I think it's 6
6 weeks till our first game. So if it's a small thing, they just don't want him to linger. So they're going to give him plenty of time off. He's a veteran, so he knows, he's been through this. He knows what goes on. But that opens the door for other guys to get reps with Watson, to get meaningful reps. And so, I don't know. If you're a fantasy football fan, I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on Elijah Moore.
Yeah, and it's Elijah Moore and Marquise Goodwin when he comes back, because they're going to be the deep threat to kind of open up.
Hopefully,
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully, he does
Yes.
come back.
I would say Schwartz, but I think that ship has sailed.
I
I
think
think
he's
everybody's
gone.
kind of done with
Bell,
that.
what happened to Bell? You said
No, it's just a lot of people have been saying that we should, he's on the bubble to get cut, and I don't understand why yet.
I think he is, because it's just a crowded room. I mean, let's
I see it coming.
talk about. Well, I've got to use the bathroom here, so I'll let you.
Dude,
We got Tillman, we got DPJ, we got Elijah Moore, we got Amari Cooper, we got Grant,
Right here, then
and we
Sherry.
got Goodwin if he comes back. So there's 6 right there. So where's room for a 7th wide receiver and David Bell?
Did I get wings?
She's bringing it. All right, I'm
Oh,
running.
That's his steak sandwich, isn't it? Yeah. Go give him the steak sandwich. I'll get the sounder for Fat Boy Tuesday.
And now it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
Sorry about the delay here.
okay, yeah.
All right, so we got our Fat Boy Tuesday. Like I said, we always love to come out to new places. This is a new place for us. Sherry, why don't you pick up your sandwich? Kind of show off your burger there.
All right,
with
if I drop it, I apologize.
But I mean, look at the size of these burgers that they got going on here.
Here, look, let's get close to that.
Oh yeah, and It's like $12 for the
Yum.
burger and fries. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And Bry's burger is just amazing. Oh yeah, there's the chicken wings. Oh, thank you so much. So they do have specials throughout the week here. Let's see here. Let's flip this guy over. So Monday they have a wings, dozen wings for $10 on Monday. And there we go. Also, they have a fried green tomato BLT sandwich on Mondays. Tuesday is their gyro special. They have the gyros and a gyro salad. Wednesday, which we're here today, they have a Hawaiian burger served with house-made potato chips for $11. 12 wings for $12 a day on Wing Wednesday. Thursday special, 8-ounce sirloin steak with baked potato and broccoli for $12. Friday, a chicken salad croissant for $11 and a patty melt for $12 on Saturday. So they got specials throughout the week. The food looks amazing here. Could you grab my wings and show off my wings
Yes.
to the camera, please?
Yes, I can.
Look at those delicious.
All right.
Oh, those are amazing. Oh, yeah. Look at those.
What are you gonna do with the celery?
I don't know.
Throw it out.
Flush it?
And then Bry's big ass burger.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
even
in.
know what's on it.
We have to.
Here, we'll just slide that over to Bry. Bry's going to
Yeah.
eat that soon anyway.
Thank you.
Bry, show off take a look at the size of that thing. That burger is a $12
Is there
burger.
pulled
pork?
There's pulled
Wow.
pork
Is there?
on it. There's onion
Beautiful.
rings. There's
I
I like
bacon.
the food.
Look at that thing. That is their Western burger that Bry
Good
got
job,
with French
Bry.
fries. So they do have specials throughout the week. All right, come please check this place out. It is in Valley City on Marks Road.
Basically Brunswick.
Basically, it's
It's very close to Brunswick.
Almost Brunswick.
I have no
think it's
idea
right
where
in
I
the
am.
And you know something? It's a great
In the
place,
hills.
great atmosphere.
No Mustangs allowed.
And the
No.
food looks amazing. Please go check them out on Facebook. That would be the best way to do it. Go on their Facebook page, go on Facebook, type in the Wooden Nickel Bar and Grill in Valley City,
Yeah.
and they have photos of all their food and everything else there. Go check it out. It looks amazing. I can't wait to dig into it, Brad, because I am starving. They also
Yeah.
have drink specials that are going on this week, which are the little
really?
guy right there. They have a red sangria and a white sangria going on
Ooh,
this
la la.
strawberry basil smash. They have a lemon pound cake shot too, which is their shot of the month. So check them out. Every month they got something going on I believe Tuesdays. This is why we can't come on Tuesdays. They have trivia in the place is
Trivia,
packed for
right.
trivia. So we had to change our schedule to Wednesdays. They have bands
music.
playing throughout the week too. So come check this place out. It's at least for us. And we come here, say Illegal Ham sent you, and I'm sure they'll love it. I can't thank them enough for allowing us to come here and do our show like we do. And looking at the food that they got is amazing.
Is there karaoke tonight?
I don't believe so.
Oh, come on.
But
you got
Brian,
my hopes.
I mean, look at it. Are you excited about that burger? I mean, look
yeah.
at that thing.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Look at
You
how
know me,
excited
we
Bry
can-
is.
You're
Yeah.
taking stuff off of it, aren't
Yeah,
you?
we
Yeah,
can
you
get
do.
into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
God.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
eat the
you
pulled
know
he's
pork
going to.
separate. No,
Yeah.
I'll eat the pulled pork
Smash it down
separate,
and eat it all.
and I'll get a
You gotta
side of
splurge
barbecue
it.
sauce.
Come
get it.
on, Bry. You got to get dirty.
Get that Hulk Hogan leg drop
Yeah.
on that thing.
If they'd sell me another bun, I get another bun and I make a pulled
no,
pork
no,
sandwich.
no.
He's doing it wrong.
That's
He's
all right.
doing it wrong.
Can't
Well,
put meat on meat.
let's-
We
Yes.
have that
let's- hey,
discussion.
Meat on meat is the only way.
That's what I thought too. All right, so let's finish up our show, guys. Brian, we got a trivia.
Go
I gotta
look
figure
at
it.
out the
Trivia.
last one. We're not doing the top three tonight, as you can see.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Which is fine. We want to thank the Wooden Nickel Bar and Grill. We want to thank our sponsors, Lake Erie APA and City Dogs of Cleveland. Let's bring up our beautiful jalapeno with his bow tie on
Oh, I
and
love
his
him.
other tie on. Please go adopt dogs from there. It's amazing. They're a great organization, and we will be helping them out in October
Big
22nd.
time.
It is all for them. It's all for City Dogs. So, Bri, the trivia was who had the worst record in the AFC over the past 3 years.
You got it.
I am going to go out on a limb and say the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They were 14th, so they had the
Ooh.
third worst.
All right, let's see here. Not Jaguars.
AFC.
Houston Texans
There you go. Yep. Only
Oh.
11 wins in 3 years.
with Long Neck
So-
Mills, right?
What's that?
With Long Neck Mills, Davis Mills.
Oh yeah, yep. He was a quarterback for, and believe it or not, the second worst team is the Jets.
All right.
Interesting Jets.
I
Aaron
hope-
Rodgers, new team.
Yeah, everyone wants to bag on the Browns for not having much success lately, and the Jets and the Jaguars have had far fewer wins, and they want to just pass them through. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's close out the show. Sherry, say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Be good.
Bryce, swallow that down and God bless
Yep,
them.
God bless you. God bless America.
I am that
Okay.
fat guy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please come check out the Wooden Nickel here in Valley City. It is truly an amazing place. We'll be putting up clips of this place throughout the night, and keep an eye on Twitter for Browns Fangirl. She'll take some pictures and put
Yeah,
up tonight.
I
So,
will. You hate it.
on that note, we are definitely uncorked and unloaded, and we are out of here. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.
See?